Well, I'll tell you what, it's definitely a proud moment, but winning that game felt so good. We've lost so many close games, and winning that game today felt great. And I walked in at halftime like, did he break the record already at halftime? But you and I talked the other day, PJ, and we said, well, they must know something we don't know. And for him to be able to be the all-time three-point leader is special for sure. Because to be all-time in anything in the NCAA is special unless it's fouls and turnovers. But to be the all-time three-point leader with games to go is definitely a blessing. And sometimes you pray for things, and you want to pray for things that you really work for. Sometimes we pray for things that we don't work for, but I knew it would come. Just didn't know it would come in the first half. Well, he made his first shot. He made his second shot. And I think I called another play, and Mike like, what are you doing? The man is rolling. Give him the ball. So I said, well, we're going to run something else. I wanted to coach at that point. And then he just kept making them. I said, okay, we're going to let him just call everything for him and let guys play off of him. I never thought about it. Like you never think about all-time leading score. You never think about most consecutive games. You never think about records like that because you're just trying to win games and try to get better. And the only thing I ever really noticed with him was him being in the top five scoring every year. And then just this summer, when you and I started talking about, hey, he got a chance to be this, he got a chance to be that. Like, wow. And once I started thinking about it, I was like, okay. But he's really handled things better this year he has in the past because I remember his freshman year when he was close to Steph Curry. I think his first 10 games, he was on pace to get maybe 200 threes. And once everybody started talking about the record, he struggled shooting the basketball for a long time until he finally broke the record. I think they just got tired. I think they wore down. They're not very deep. They're not deep. They're really good, well coached. I think Coach Two is one of the best coaches in the league by far in the country. He's a special coach. I just think they don't have enough bodies, and we thought that we could get to the second half and everybody was able to play. We thought that we could get them in the second half, but I thought maybe Torn may not have anything left in the second half because of the energy spent in the first half. And then Gerald coming off his injury, playing Thursday, I knew today would be tough on him because his body wouldn't be able to adjust that quick to a day in between in the early game. But him having 4 fouls, sitting most of the game, and then still getting 15 points is good. AJ was the best he's been. Now is the weight of the world off his shoulders. Now he knows he's playing. And imagine being a kid not knowing you're playing the second semester. What kind of stress that should be up or would be on you. But he made some big shots. Big shots. I got my torn shirt. I wore it today because PJ and I was talking yesterday, and he said that ESPN they wanted some highlights. We said, well, they must know something. Since they know something, I wear my torn shirt. So once he breaks the record, I got it says torn right here above his on his jersey all over. So I said, well, I can be a coach and a dad today. You know. No, we have about 40 of them, I think. We just found them last night. It was in my mother-in-law's room, and she found them. I guess he ordered back in the summer. When you don't pay for anything, you don't know they exist. So we paid for it, and he never asked about them. And my mother-in-law, she saw them last night, so we all picked them out. I said, let me see if PJ Inks thinks it's right. Let me wear my shirt. So I wore this just so I could unzip it. It's the first time I wore this in the game. I said, well, if we don't do it, I won't unzip it. But if we do it, I can unzip it. I played Cal 40 minutes last game. And when you go back and you watch the film, he's giving us a lot of energy and effort. He's playing really hard. I think he had 6 rebounds today. 7, so 7 rebounds from any position is good, but definitely from his position is great. Got to get in shape. We got to get our guys in shape. We got to get in better condition because we have so many injuries that guys haven't been able to practice. Imagine Gerald getting 39 points in 2 games without practicing at all. Because when we on the road, he didn't play and he didn't practice, and so we got to get guys in shape. AJ was so uncertain about his future that he was, in and out. And I think Monday will be a conditioning day, Tuesday will be a conditioning day, and then Wednesday we'll start preparing for you are.